Welcome everybody to the Acend tier list. We've assembled some of the brightest minds across Europe and America. A pro player and a pro coach, and then me and Elevated are just tagging along and giving our opinions to rank the teams for Masters Madrid. And in fact, after you watch this video, you won't even need to watch Masters Madrid because this is exactly how it's all going to shake out.
Yeah, our tier lists have been very successful in the past, so no doubt there will be anything wrong here.
Okay, so let's rank these teams. Our first team on the list here is Gen.G. Generation Gamers. Brody, do you know any of the Gen.G players? Have you ever played against any of the Gen.G players?
Personally, I've not played against any of the Gen.G players. However, I did get to watch their final against Paper X, and I was pretty impressed, I have to say. I mean, we all know how Paper X like to play, and I'm pretty surprised Gen.G managed to keep them under control. They can't be near the top, I don't think. They're not like a top 4 team. They're in the middle of the pack somewhere, but they're not near the bottom either. They're good. Solid team. Can they win Madrid? I don't think so.
Seems fair. Elevated, any thoughts on Gen.G being a middle-of-the-pack Madrid team?
Yeah, absolutely. So, Generation Gamers, more like Generation Aimers. These guys are correct. And I am going to push for them to be in the A tier. I think this team can finish in the top 3. I think they could be the new turn. Remember, this is
sending it way back.
This is Solo as the coach. He was the first one to bring a Korean team into the top 3. If we remember correctly, and he's back.
Just because Sentinels make a tournament again.
I mean, we're back in 2021, baby, and that means that Acend is winning champs. Let's fucking go, boys!
Like, for me personally, they will be around probably like a stable number 4 team out of 8.
Wow, okay. Next team, perhaps a more familiar team to the kind of scene overall in terms of the international tournaments. EDG are back once again. I think the highest they've ever finished is 5th, 6th. Can they beat 5th, 6th at Madrid, Mr. Elevated?
I'm a little bit low on them in terms of their overall play style recently. I don't feel like they've really evolved that much. I think I can't rate them any lower than B, though, just because I feel like this is one of those teams that tends to step up on LAN. Generally speaking, they thrive in the pressure environment. I could see them beating basically any team here on a good day, but I don't think they're going to be consistent enough to like go on a run. So that seems like a B tier team to me.
For me personally, EDG was... I never was a big believer even last year, but he surprised me and I was happy with it. The crazy, you know, Kankan going crazy and stuff. I do think he looked insanely good on Chamber. I do agree on the fact that this team does look good on LAN. You know, you have Smoggy stepping it up, you have nobody like sometimes just showing up and dominating everyone, you know. And fun fact, nobody was my nickname back in the day. That's actually how NBS came to be after a few transitions. So I'm a big fan of that guy. But yeah, I do think they had a very rocky off-season as well. I don't see them doing very well. It's only 8 teams. I think 6th is probably the best they could go for.
So are we happy with the B tier then for that kind of team?
Yeah, I'm happy with B tier. I think B tiers, we can leave them there for a minute.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Let's move on to FPX. And my question is going to be to all of you with FPX, because we have to put someone in D tier. Is anyone going to make the case that FPX should not be the team in D tier?
Nope.
It's a stunned silence.
Sorry,
Do they have
yeah.
Do they have the best Australian player maybe? I don't know.
They do.
That's true.
That's true. OC represent.
No, but let's be honest. I think they are clearly the outsiders of the whole tournament. Only being 8 teams, I think it's fair to just put them at the bottom.
Yeah, I'm happy
that
to.
Was
I agree with
all
that
in agreement.
Yeah, it's
Karmine Core. Now, I don't know if you guys, scrim against Karmine Core, maybe fairly often, somewhat, but I'm definitely interested in what Brody and MBS have to say about EMEA's newest champions.
I mean, we both know them pretty well. I think we scrim them a lot, honestly. It's a couple of times a week at least. Maybe even more than that. I think they did show a sign of weakness. I think it was their first Heretics game. They looked a bit wobbly. However, they bounced back, which I was happy to see. And, they looked really good. Fnatic, they had no problems with. Going to the finals against Heretics, who'd also looked on fire. They also dealt with them pretty easily. So I think, honestly, they could be the favourites for this event right now.
Really?
I think they definitely could be. Yeah.
No thoughts about.
They could be up there.
No thoughts about that. Oh, it's their first time on LAN.
Not really, because they've just played on LAN and they proved they could play pretty well. Like, dealt with everyone they needed to completely, honestly, without any problems. So I think the LAN question's not even there for me.
For me, like, I am a bit biased because they are like a team that I cheer for, but I think S tier for sure from my side. I think it might be between like them, Loud, and Sentinels to take it.
Well, there you go. I mean, maybe a little bit of EMEA bias showing, but I'm with it. Let's put Karmine at the top. Potential favorites for this tournament. Put that on the front page of the newspaper.
Let's move on. Viewers, make sure that you subscribe to the channel. Thank you.
Let's move on to our next team though, Loud. A very interesting one. They've been cooking stuff up as well. Have Loud with some very weird comps. I know that Musashi sometimes loves a Phoenix, and Loud do definitely as well. So, what do you think, as our resident American, what do you think of the America's runner-up, Elevated? Where are we putting Loud on this list?
So I think it might be really easy to just kind of throw them in S because they are a team that has won before. Obviously, they have like this pedigree. They've got really good players. They've got interesting stuff. But I'm a little worried, honestly, because I feel like their comp booking is not as like fleshed out as I wanted it to be. Like we saw the comp, it looked good on a couple of maps, and it looked really bad on a couple of maps, and I was like, why are they running the same comp on every map? It's like, it's not the same thing as the Harbor Viper, where it was just like double smokes and Sky. These are just the best agents in the game, you might as well run them. Now they're running like one of the worst agents in the game, Phoenix, on like every map. Why are they doing that? And while I think it can work on certain maps, I think unless they come up with like some new comps on some stuff, or at least have like the new comp that they've come up with and then also the default comp as an option to be able to swap between, I think that they might kind of get exposed. So I would maybe put them like at A, maybe even below Gen.G and A. Ooh. Personally.
I honestly think like it's one call away. Just call Sadak, you know, tell him
get rid of Phoenix.
Yoro instead of Phoenix in every comp. Bam, S.
Yeah.
That's what I've been saying.
I was gonna say,
he said in
Phoenix
the interview
is,
that he didn't like Yoru.
The thing
Phoenix
is, like,
but I agree. If you put Phoenix into in the trash and you put Yoru in every single one of their comps, they instantly take like 2 steps higher.
I have one other thing to touch on Loud. What do we think about the Viper on every map?
I mean, I dig it.
The
I've
Viper.
I've been a Viper truther. I'm gonna put it as I've been a Viper.
TMV has a Viper body pillow. He want to tell you that, but he has a Viper body pillow.
That is not true, but I definitely have been on the train of Viper is the strongest agent in the game for a while, and to be honest, the pick rate is kind of showing that. I think it's probably time that the Viper clock is ticking. We've almost hit midnight of like the massive Viper nerf that's coming, I feel.
Yeah, I agree.
I think that's just the idea of having a smoke and a wall, which DK might be a little bit of where the problem is at. Like, she has 2 mollies to stop people. Does she really need to do damage with smokes and walls? I'm not sure about that.
This is what I've been saying.
So well, there we go. We're in perfect agreement. Are we happy with the A tier for Loud? Is that where we all want to put them? Below Gen.G?
I'm happy with the A tier, but not sure about Gen.G being above them.
Swap them.
I would swap them.
Yeah, this looks better.
Okay, I'm kind of with you. I think that's probably fair. The next team though, now this I think is the hardest team in the entire thing to rank, because Paper Rex, everyone knows Paper Rex. Everyone loves Paper Rex, right? And obviously they finished second in champs. So you might think, oh, they're going to be in the S tier. So if you're a Paper Rex believer, maybe you still do think that. But then in the kickoff tournament, I don't know. They looked a bit kind of, you know, Jing is gone, and maybe that's had some impact as well. So where the hell are we gonna put Paper X on this list?
The thing with Paper X, you know, like last year was the first year of the franchise. Nobody really knows what the fuck they're doing.
Gosh sake, watch your language.
Half of the teams, half of the teams, you know, they were not successful with the rosters and stuff like that. And in that kind of environment, a team like Paper X was just playing on momentum with insane cracked skill and doing whatever, you know. There's a good saying, enemies cannot know what we're doing if we don't know what we're doing. And they just go with that, and I think that was part of the reason of the success. They're super fun team to watch, but I think the lack of structure and stability in a lot of other teams boosted their success a little bit. Obviously, Jing leaving as well, crucial part. But yeah, I think this year will be a bit tougher for them. They're still pretty good, fun to watch, but I don't know, feels like B maybe. It should be better than EDG, I think.
No way we put them in B. Surely not. Surely they haven't dropped that much.
I was gonna push to put them in C, honestly.
What? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I have
No, Sean. I mean,
the-
really interesting.
Okay, let me sell you. Let me sell you on this.
Come on.
I flew to Singapore. I went to their offices,
Okay.
and they told me.
Okay, weird flex,
And they
but okay.
they told me that they just miss Jing too much, and they simply can't win without Jing. They're gonna wait a couple of years and then win a tournament when he's back on the team.
That makes
Okay,
sense.
I mean that does make a lot of sense. That's why they didn't perform very well here as well.
Chill. Did they tell Monye about that at all?
No,
About them
he's
purposely
out of the
sandbagging
loop.
whilst he's on the team.
They're gaslighting him for the next 2 years. until Jing's back.
They're giving him lots of nice stuff just to get it through.
Yeah.
Answer me this, Brody.
Okay, go.
Who do they beat from the teams above them right now in the current tier list?
In the current tier list, okay.
Exactly.
No. Okay. They beat Heretics without probably. They get rid of Heretics. And they get rid of Gen.G, I think. I think
so you're putting them above Gen.G.
I would put them above Gen.G. Even with their most recent performance is not as good as what they were at last year. I still think they'll turn up and they'll cause all of these teams a lot of problems.
Man, what the fuck is you talking about?
Was that?
I'm sorry, man.
I can just tell you this, that Gen.G already proved that he can control them, and when they will go against the likes of Loud or KC, the stupid shit they're doing is not gonna work. They're gonna get shot in the head and die.
There you go, the old
Okay.
Brennism. You heard it here first.
We can keep them in B, but when they get to the semi-finals and they beat Gen.G, just remember this. Just
Brody.
remember this, right? Yeah.
Yeah, everyone will picture Brody when
Yeah.
when Paperx win this event.
And if they don't make it, I didn't say anything. It's okay.
Okay, speaking of themes everyone loves, Sentinels. Oh, Sentinels. Yeah, let's put them in
So-
C. No debate. Let's
Yeah,
move on.
I'm down. Put them down there.
We should put Sentinels in S and also in the thumbnail and the title of the video.
This guy knows content.
In fact,
I
I
mean-
honestly think if we put them in C, though, that would be perhaps even better. People would outrage click.
I actually do not know because I haven't really seen, I don't think, even a single NA game. Maybe like half or something.
You're not supposed to say that live, NBS.
I'm very happy though.
We'll cut that.
to
We'll cut
see-
that.
Listen. I'm very happy to see them perform well because they've been like they had good players on their team for a while now, and I'm really happy to see them having like a good IGL that can frag as well.
Hey, take me back to 2021 NBS. Did you see tens in the flesh?
No, but we
Oh!
did Scrim versus them, and back then, CNET was very hot and 10 was very hot, and it was a pleasure to watch these guys just duel with Jet. It was a pleasure. It was really good games. But yeah, I mean, we didn't make into the same event, I don't think, so I haven't really seen that.
Unlucky.
I did, however, handshake Faker in 2013. Okay? I will have you know that.
Why?
Yes. I played the League of Legends World Championship and I played against
Oh.
Faker and we lost. So
You didn't need to include the loss.
You did, yeah.
I already
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Okay.
Let's come to our last team. Again, another EMEA
Wait,
team.
is Sentinels below Karmine, or are they above?
Oh,
Karmine?
that's a good point. Actually, yeah. Send below Karmine, above. We know we've got a resident Karmine
I'm
called
biased.
Fran.
I think we're biased.
Okay, we're just biased.
Yeah, we.
EMEA on top.
I want KC to do well, so I'm keeping them above.
Let's move on to our final team. Team Heretics. Again, this is a team that just kept winning for the first part of the tournament and was just playing on fire. I mean, Boo in particular was, Brody is
He
an
was the best
IGL.
player
You'll
in the
know. Boo put up numbers IGLing that are,
Boo.
I mean, Brody can attest to, are literally impossible to ever do.
If any IGO is getting a 1.4 rating over 4 maps, like their team can't lose a map. Like,
Yeah,
at,
you
at
literally
this
can't
level,
lose.
at this level, it's not possible. If your IGO is putting up those numbers, it should be impossible to lose a map like that. Like it's insane to watch. Like, yeah, I think they have to be at least B. I don't know if they could go higher because the big question I have is, can they keep the momentum they had even after the KC loss on like the final?
I think they'll still definitely be competitive, and I think Mini Boo in particular looked really good, right?
Yeah,
for
but if you're
players.
swinging into Kong Kong and he's just sitting you down for the first 5 rounds, like GG, mental boomed, you're done.
But where do we put them? I think is a good question because I kind of am with you that they should probably be hovering around the B tier, but like, are they better than Paper Rex? Are they better than EDG? And if they're worse than both of them, should we just put them in the C tier because it's open? You know, where do we put them?
I would not put them above Paper X, no chance. Question is it C? Like, I think it's question Heretics and EDG. Which one do we see performing better? And with the experience that EDG has, I think that the Heretics probably should go below.
Yeah.
But it's so
agree
harsh.
with that.
Like, you look at the team
It
that
is.
just made top 2 in Europe, you know, and
But there's only 8
they look
teams, so it's like...
No,
Yeah.
no emotions, no emotions.
like-
They're gonna
like,
crumble,
I think-
and we're gonna relish in it because we're gonna be right.
Yeah. Just know, Team Heretics, in the tier list of all the teams, you'd be near the top. Unfortunately, you're just with, like, the other good teams. So...
yeah.
Yep.
the teams on
Unlucky.
this
Now
list-
you're in the top 8 teams in the world, and in the top 8 being 7th or 8th place, actually not that bad.
Okay, are we happy with that? Is everyone...
I'm pretty happy with that.
Everyone happy, everyone chilling. We've got
I
some
see
EMEA
blue-
love.
I see
We've got
blue at the
EMEA
top, I'm happy.
disrespect.
Yeah, same. Let's go.
We've
Sentinels
appeased
down one.
the 3 most annoying fan bases in the world. We've got Karmine, Corp, Sentinels, and Loud as the top 3 teams. So I think we've kind of covered our bases there, no?
Yeah, we're chilling. This was a nice little discussion about these teams, and undoubtedly, this is exactly how it will shake out. Loud and Gen.G, 3rd and 4th, Karmine Corp, Sentinels final. That will be the most viewed game of Valorant by far, forever, if that does come to pass. But I think, yeah, let's lock and load it.
I hope that you guys scrim all of these teams, and I get a DM from Brody or NBS being like, man, Gen.G fucking sucks, or something like that. It's gonna be great.
Take this chance. I mean, you can play against 10s, Brody. How does that feel?
I'm pretty sure I've played against them before.
Oh.
It was last time they were in Europe. They came over. We played them all, so it was. It's nice to play them. It's good.
That's our tier list for Acend. Like the video, subscribe to the Acend channel for more beautiful content like this that I'm sure you've thoroughly enjoyed.
What do we do? Win! How do we do it? 5! Who are we? Acend!